Hi, I'm Fudge. I'm the top laner for C9 Academy, and today we're going in-depth on Ornn. So the reason why Ornn is so strong right now is that he is very flexible as a champion and in draft. In draft you can play him a lot of different roles actually. You can play him every role except ADC. Generally it's more like prominent in like top and mid lane. In game he can disengage, he can play weak side, he can play strong side, he can engage, he can do anything. So he's generally really strong. He's good in early lane, he's good out of lane. So with Ornn, the runes you generally want to go is Spellbook versus most champions. Versus champions that you feel like you can get a lot of grass procs in lane with, you can go Grasp. The Grasp page is usually you go Grasp with the Undying, Demolish, Bone Plating or Second Wind depending on who you're versus. If they can easily proc Bone Plating in lane without having to commit to a trade, then you should usually go Second Wind. And Overgrowth is really strong generally on Ornn. With second page you can either go Boots and Biscuits, or you can go Stopwatch and Biscuits if it's a good stopwatch game, or you can go Time Warp Tonic and Biscuits together if you want to go Corrupting in lane, which is a bit more on the aggressive side. So if you go Time Warp Tonic and Biscuits, you can generally win lane if you go Corrupting as well. And you want to go Scaling CDR generally because you're not really going to utilize much more AD or AP in lane, and you can just go whatever you want in the defensive tree depending on what you verse. You gotta lose Thunderlord Ornn, it's the best skin, even though it's the only one. I mean, there's literally only one skin on Ornn, it's Thunderlord Ornn, and it's the best skin there is for a reason, because it's the only one. So you just go TP on Ornn, and you can change to Ignite once you're level 6. So with Ornn, a lot of people like to do the refillable start. I personally don't like it, I prefer Corrupting, especially if you're going Time Warp, you need Corrupting. Okay, so generally in lane, the first 3 minions, people will walk up because they need a last hit. You start Q, most matchups, and they will walk up and you can Q them. And this almost always works because most champions in top lane are melee, so it's pretty free poke. You can usually get push level 1, depending on matchup, but losing push isn't too bad either. So you max Q most matchups. If they're building a lot of HP or they're high HP targets, you can max W second, but generally Q max is better. And generally the combo is you do this, you start with Q and then you ulti E after hitting Q, and then you ulti again and auto W auto. And this is like a one-shot trade, a one-shot like all in at level 6. If you have Ignite as well, you can use Ignite, and it's a pretty free kill most of the time, especially if they're like around 700, 800 HP. With Ignite, it's almost always a kill if you land the first Q. So generally with Ornn items, if you're versus multiple AD, you can go Sunfire Rush into Iceborne. If you're only versus 1 AD in lane and not much of their comp is AD, if it's only like 2 or 3 AD, you can go Sunfire and then Abyssal. Generally, you don't want to go Iceborne over Sunfire because the gold efficiency of upgrading the Sunfire at level 12 once you get the upgrades, it's a lot worse than Iceborne. I believe it's around 1800 gold instead of Iceborne, which is around 1500. So generally, you go Sunfire, Abyssal, and then you can go whatever boots you need, either Tabis or Merc Treads. No other boots are really good on Ornn, and you just upgrade into whatever you need. Sometimes you can even go, it's not my thing, but you can go Locket because you build a lot of HP. Generally, Locket's really nice because it's based off bonus health as a shield. And you can also go Stone Plate, which is actually a really good item right now on Ornn. With Ornn, especially in team fights, you just want to look at the enemy comp. If they have champions that have to run into your team, then you just save ulti for when they actually do that. When they try to kill your teammates, you just use ulti to disengage. If the enemy team comp has a lot of range and they just want to kite your team comp, then you usually have to start with ulti, or you use ulti offensively. But generally, using ulti offensively, especially when they're caught out of position, which will happen a lot in solo queue, it's pretty free kills in mid lane especially. If you just kill the bottom wave when Baron's up, kill bottom wave, move mid lane, and you can get almost always free kills people trying to contest mid wave. I think generally top lane, you want to understand how your champion works. I think as long as you're good mechanically, you should be able to get to at least diamond level. So as long as you just play like 1 or 2 champions and you just constantly practice them, Ornn or Camille is especially good in solo queue, champions that can sort of just play their own lane and 1v5 from it. I think if you don't get desperate, champions that scale and that just 1v5 later on are a lot better for solo queue. Just don't get desperate and just look to farm and just win your lane. As long as you win your lane, you farm and you scale, you win the game. Alright, thank you for watching. This is Going In Depth presented by AT&T, and let us know in the comment section below any champion we should go in depth next time.